are not online or you are online on the internet?
Yeah, in Cluj.
In the internet, so you are connected to the internet.
Yeah. My father lives.
So your parents are not connected to the internet.
Only my father.
Your father. Yes, because there are lots of globetrotters that go around the world, and I share a lot of what I see.
Love what?
People who travel around the world see lots of things.
Yeah. I love to travel.
Have lots of fun. Like an Akuzada from Azerbaijan, I think. He was going through Egypt and Romania. There are many pairs now that go from America to Japan. So 3, 4, 5 years ago there were no Romanians, but now there are lots of Romanians who share on the internet, on
Yeah, Romanians are traveling a
the
lot.
social networks. What?
The Romanians are traveling a lot.
Now there are more than there were before,
I met
but also English people.
I met
It's more
Romanian.
international.
Yes. I met a Romanian girl in Cambodia. The last few years ago when I was here, we met for a couple of hours. She also is a psychologist
Uh-huh.
from Bucharest.
From Bucharest or another?
Yeah,
Bucharest. So you visited Bucharest.
yeah, a few times.
The People's House. The big Pentagon House building. Parliament. It's just that Bucharest is an earthquake region. In 1977 there was a big earthquake and many people died and many actors acting on films died with that earthquake. So there is a tectonic plate in Bucharest, so it is the capital of our country, but it is not the best place.
Why actors in specific?
Well, there was Toma Caragiu, for example, an old actor. So by chance, I mean, unfortunate chance.
לא יודעת מה. אני לא יודעת מה לומר. תביא את הפלאפון, אני אנסה לבדוק את הקוד.
So here we are between 3 departments, Bistrița, Maramureș, and Cluj.
Okay.
This is the region. It's still Maramureș here, but at the border with the other counties.
Understand.
This is a little town from Maramureș. Tauții Maghiaraușu. Pristina on the microbus, there was somebody from Colombia or Bolivia, like the indigents from Brazil on the Amazon. So a person from the Spanish side of the Amazon.
Amazonas, yeah.
He was just traveling. An engineer from New York, from Puerto Rico, but living in New York.
Nice.
But with the origins, his parents, I think, were from Colombia or the Spanish Amazon. But they lived in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Shonguta is the town, Shonguta Mare. The big Shonguta. Yes, it would be nice to be with your phone with the same price everywhere, not with roaming and all this.
Yeah. Maybe in the
I remember I was passing last year through Switzerland, and there the roaming was not there in Switzerland. In Switzerland, it is not roaming like in Europe, the European Union.
Yeah, they are not connected to, like they
Yeah.
are not in the union.
Because they are international, an international country. It's not in the European Union, so I had to find in a bar Wi-Fi to recharge with the money that 6 hours or what I was in Zurich. The pause between buses, Flixbuses.
I was with I was in a festival in Switzerland. I was with my ex-boyfriend. We hitchhiked.
Yeah, in Romania I was hitchhiking all the time.
Yeah.
But after the COVID, hitchhiking became fiction.
Yeah, it was very. Actually, in Italy it was very hard. But in Switzerland, we managed twice. We took big vans and one until the festival. We came also to the festival.
It's very strange that Jewish people and Arabs don't get along.
No, in general, it's a method to make people fight with each other, like Ukrainians and Russians.
Or Romanians, Hungarians.
Yeah, they want people to fight and to make their job. To kill each other, it will be easier for them to control. corridor. And most people are afraid. They are doing what they are being told to do.
Yes, even in the hospitals, the chief
Everywhere.
of the section of the hospital was saying to all of us to vaccinate, to put masks, to... We knew that something was not right. But of course we saw the tests that they were positive in the emergency unit, the COVID tests and the labs that were located. But also many people died in the anesthesia intensive care because the people and even the sanitary person were afraid. So and the oxygen and
The
the
oxygen,
cold, there were many TB.
you know, they told on TV that these tests are not really testing what they should test. And also there were, you know, I don't know if you know,
And of course, we thought, I was thinking about in the 80s and 90s when I was very cold and my throat was red and very hurtful, and I didn't die. I was staying in the house and
exactly.
taking some,
The
for
flu.
example, salt, heated salt on the neck, put outside of the neck in a sock like this, heating the neck from outside.
My grandmother
And the neck hurt.
treatment.
The neck was hurting much less like this, but all the
Yeah, also
so a lot of panic and anxiety for a neck, red neck, and surely there were some coronaviruses there in those times too.
I don't know, and this virus was never isolated in a lab. Did you know that?
Yes, I saw TVs about the bats. The bats that there was also in Cluj. There is a locality, Moldova Nest or somehow it is the name. And there they had a church, and when they changed the roof, in the attic, there were lots of bats. So lots of bats went out when the roof was changed.
A lot of what?
Bats. Bats.
Bats.
Rats with wings.
Okay. Bats.
Village bats. Like the vampire bats.
Yeah.
Because that is, some say that the origin is in the bats. But bats are everywhere in the world, but because of constructions, buildings, less of nature,
Rats with
caves with the origin. Or some laboratory lab that made...
Someone asked if you are Australian.
What is with the Australian?
Someone asks if you are Australian.
Oh, no.
Rats with wings. Damn. Brass meeting
I'm
faces.
not speaking with I can't speak in an American way of...
Yeah. Hello. No internet connection, I know.
Are you YouTube live?
Yeah, bro. Streaming with Nokia internet, bro, still live isn't even showing. Yes, it's a problem. What?
So you are on roaming then, if you have internet.
Yeah, I take from here. From these hotspots. So, I wanted to tell you, we talked about the COVID tests.
Yeah.
You probably know that there was a prime minister like in Africa that papaya and all kinds of things. Grease. He made like COVID test to it. And some were positive, some were negative, and then he was murdered. And along with the five
So
more.
fruits that didn't have COVID turned to have, like they had COVID,
Yeah, some
all
that
positive
did.
tests.
Yeah, you know, so they also said on TV so that it's not reliable test.
Yeah. Like in drugs, sometimes a tablet can give the result on the test that it's like a drug, and in fact it is a tablet. So a neuroleptic can show on a drug test that it is positive to us, like it's a drug or something. So false positive. But in Siget we don't use tests for drugs. We just ask them.
So, in the COVID, people, did the tests. And also these tests were not healthy. They put this stick up to the nose, to the
On the mouth, in the mouth or in the nose?
I never did, but people told me that they
Even
put it very
at this
hard.
electric castle during the first 2 years there were tests. You had to make a test, and the mask I don't remember, but the tests, the clinics were there at the entrance of the festival to make the test. So it was really strange, especially during that restriction when we stayed at home, and when because the hospital is close to me, I was going through the neighborhood and nobody was out. It was like in a horror science fiction movie. And with papers to write, what is your location and destination?
The other side, so beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Belvedere.
So beautiful. Wow. Yeah, they want to see you here. See this view. It was beautiful, but
The orchestra.
cannot see. No, here it is, here.
Chandler. There is. Near Siget, there is a neighborhood, Chandler is the name of the neighborhood.
So we are on the way to Cluj.
Czechoslovakia was near Siget at the border before.
In Romania. And here there's not much view. Don't forget to subscribe meanwhile.
Alternative rock.
Not like this, but
I did violin with me. Yeah, it's him, yeah, Levi. It's your son.
The way to be a mother was more beautiful.
Where?
The way from Saksbatal to
Yeah,
here,
it's more wild.
more wild.
Here is more plain. There are more plains.
Can't really see much here. So maybe I will stop the live. What do you think? So everyone, all the psychiatrists put masks and did what they were told, and no one was.
Yeah, it was strange to see that only Trump spoke about against something.
I'm not.
Also some other parties, but we wanted everybody to speak freely, but somehow.
No,
many didn't.
I'm not talking about the governments and the parties. I'm talking about the doctors. No one said something against
I
it.
know that I was on the internet, on the social networks of the World Health Organization, and I was watching the chief was Jesus was his name somehow, the chief of the World Health Organization.
Mm-hmm.
And they had lots of conferences how to have relaxations through dance, music, food. So there was a good part of education, and
I didn't.
and
I didn't see
informatics,
this.
the digitalization, and the conferences to be online. And so I think there were some interferences of the other new generations that are more with the internet, who are trying to, in a, not in a normal way, but in a more forceful way, let's say.
No, but I mean, like, all the doctors in the hospital, no one stood up and said it's a fraud, they're lying to us, it's not logic to put the mask on the face if it's not like
Yeah,
a
they were
surgery
not sure.
room.
They couldn't say, because what if there is that killing virus and if we can stop? But it was extremely strange for us to see that the whole world is doing this. I mean,
It's very strange.
nobody said how is going, what is the transmission of the virus across the world? What is exactly the way the virus is transmitted across each country? Because of the rotation of the earth, or why? Why were they?
No fucking rotation.
And all the medical assistants and nurses and care persons in the hospitals were always talking about these things against, and they were not believing too much, and we were not.
So you
But
were...
the chief, there were some chiefs who were very, they wanted us to put all the time the masks and to say, so they would be protected in case that their patients would have become ill, and if they could. So it was impossible for some chiefs to be rebellious.
It's not impossible, it's just they didn't do it. Everyone can be a rebel.
But they could have spoken. I don't believe that much, but let's do it. But some, in function of the doctor and of the style of the doctor.
But
I remember there
no,
were
it's very interesting.
vaccinations, and we were put in shifts to explain to the people what are the side effects of the vaccination, or to sign different papers. So when they were staying to get vaccinated, we had to be there and watch them if they had some side effects on the chairs. And
So
they didn't have side effects, but it was strange for us to get from the psychiatric unit to the vaccination.
So before they took this injection, people told them, the doctors told them about the side effects.
Because I saw on the internet that some people said that they died, or they had a stroke, or an infarction, heart attack, or...
So after they saw
but not
evidence...
to us, on TV and on the press. Maybe they had diabetes or other illnesses. There were some restrictions, but it was not our domain. It was the domain of the infectionists and the epidemiologists. But we knew about this domain from the faculty, from the university, and we knew that the old people could make those vaccinations, or the immunodepressed people. Not everybody.
So not
this notion for everybody.
It's
and
not
the
that
restrictions, all the masks and everything was in a local, in a place, not all over the world. That was very strange.
that the restrictions were local, not all over the world. I don't understand. The restrictions
The
were...
strange thing was that it was all over the world, not just in a place.
So you were talking between your, like the doctors were talking between themselves about that it's not logic, but they didn't stood up and said it to the chiefs.
Well, we didn't talk too much because we were on guard. ambulances were coming and going, so we didn't spoke that much, just in our heads and watching the TV and the press.
So just you saw it on TV, but actually on TV they were like the
We saw that it is not very normal what they do on TV, so much pressure.
But you didn't talk about it between you and like your colleagues, that it's not.
Well, it depends on the hospital, how many colleagues you have. If my supervisor was from 1954, I didn't talk too much to the woman. And my colleagues of my age were on another pavilions. So it was not too much talking about these things.
And you saw cases of people that got injured, like got hurt from the cemetery.
Also Jewish cemeteries in Maramuresh too, in many villages.
We were in Bogdan, we went.
Yes.
Jewish cemetery. So
Bogdan is one of the rulers of Maramuresh, Bogdan Voda, I think from there it comes. After Dragoș Voda, the first ruler of Moldova from Maramuresh, Bogdan was the second.
So you said that you told people before the injections what the side effects can be, right? Like that
It was
they
very
needed to
strange.
sign.
We were making the visit among the 7 saloons with about 10 beds each saloon. Now there are 7 beds because they had to make a space between the beds so they don't get COVID from another one in the bed that would be sticked to each other. So they made spaces between beds. And we were going on in a visit in our pavilion at the ground floor with 7 saloons, and there the chief doctor asked the patients who want to get vaccinated, and she said that it is good, you will get protected from the COVID, and don't listen to those people who say that the vaccine is malefic or it has a DNA and it interferes with your DNA. So it was not very sure. They didn't know exactly what is the new technique of the vaccine. But there were different stories even in those times. And because we, the younger people, knew that not everybody has to be vaccinated if they are not old or immunodepressed, we didn't go along very easily. But the parents wanted to make, and we were afraid for our parents not to make a stroke or a heart attack, like some people said, that maybe they make it. So it was very hard to know which is the right way, with the vaccine or without the vaccine.
So all of you took it like because
the vaccine?
The injection?
No, just some people. Some patients were not understanding.
No, the doctors. The doctors took the injections.
Yes, usually but I'm not sure exactly who took it. There were lists to sign if you want the vaccine. There is also the vaccine for flu each year.
So this you take, like the doctors take?
Well, if they want, but there is always a list, and there is all because there are all those religions, including Jehovah, that refuse to make vaccines, and there are some
Jehovah?
witnesses.
Ah, Jehovah. Okay.
Yeah.
So they refused.
Well, in principle, they refuse the blood and the vaccine. I'm not sure if for children.
You did it to children?
To children? No, we are adults, so I don't know what was with the
Ah, but
children.
the patients got it? All the patients, or they could say no?
Well, they could have said no, but I'm not sure how many vaccinated themselves. Usually the elderly, and they didn't have side effects at first glance, because we had some dementia with memory loss that were chronicle. So because they are in the hospital, sometimes they get different microbes. And because some of them are not taken by their family, they are left in the hospital for years.
Yeah.
They don't have trips, they don't have relaxation, a walk in the town, and the private units
Yeah.
cost a lot.
Uh-huh.
20 millions per month, 50 millions, so around 1,000 euro per month. And if they don't have any income, the state's buildings for people in need are having very few places. So there are many private institutions. There was also for the elderly a big building in Sighet that was because the roof had a wooden thing from the roof collapsed. They moved the elderly from that asylum, and they moved them in little houses with shifts of people who care for them. So people paid by the state, but many psychiatric patients don't have a place there. They are afraid of them, especially if they don't know how to write, to read, or if they don't know how to speak. They didn't acquire the language very well. So a little mild or moderate or severe retardation.
And there were patients that refused to take the injection.
Well, there was a time when our chief supervisor was almost pressured us. They were saying that we are not in our minds if we do not take the vaccine.
And nice, they told psychiatrists that you are lost.
Psychiatrist to another psychiatrist.
Yeah, a psychiatrist said to another psychiatrist, you lost your mind if you are not
Yes,
injected.
you are
If you
at
don't
risk,
inject
and there is this vaccine that is very good, and you
very good, huh?
are not taking it. It was not exactly like this, but something, some pressure in this style. Even from our parents, they were afraid that maybe we will get the illness in the emergency room, because there were many people, even if they put some little wagons in front of the building where they made the COVID detection or the people with COVID before the admittance.
there were people that were against it, right? That said that the COVID is a fraud and they don't
Yeah,
want
it
to
was
put
this
it.
oscillation, but even if it was real, we were always, some of us were thinking that maybe it was before COVID or something like COVID, but because there were no laboratories, it was not known that it was. So some of us were not that afraid. But there is also the other theory that from Wuhan or laboratory escaped that virus. That
The
was,
engineered virus.
yes. So it was real because on the X-ray there was some glass-looking pneumonias. So there was some pneumonias that looked like glass that is not transparent. It's a special thing, glass stigmata, we say in Romania.
In X-ray, they saw glass.
Yes, so the pneumonia that was foggy and making fibrous tissue in the fibrosis in the lungs.
And
But
this was after
usually
the
they
first.
were old, they had diabetes or immunosuppression. So we were not afraid because we thought that other times we said just that it was pneumonia and that's it. Now that we know it is COVID, so that's why some were thinking that it's easy to make the vaccine and forget about the illness.
But you needed to take one injection or more?
That was another thing because it was one or three injections and always trembling fear. We were afraid that what if somebody makes paralysis or stroke,
A stroke from the
especially
injection?
from our families when we were thinking, because our parents were, some of them were very wanted very much to make that vaccine.
All
And,
of you, all of your parents, all of the doctor's parents wanted to take the
no, I was just saying like this, not just about the parents in general,
all the
not
old
just
people.
of the doctors, were very afraid. And if it was free, the vaccine, and as a reaction to the Jehovah that were not, that were always against, to be always against it is not also not normal.
But there are statistics about the Yehovah. What if they always against? They're healthier or they're sicker?
For example, we had a visit from the Jehovah committee
Yeah.
with the doctors 1 year ago about the blood transfusion, because they use the blood, and we were saying, what if he's just he has a hemoglobin of 6 instead of 14, so below 8 he should be transfused. So if he's almost dying, we have to let them die. And we said that the committee should be this role, should have this role to convince their own faith people to not think of sin, that they are sinners if they take blood, to think that it is not a sin. And there were some who took it because it is a sin to die, not just to take this was a
protects you.
reaction because these religious things were after uh, the viruses, AIDS, hepatitis B, C, and other viruses that were not detected in the 80s. And there is always this suspicion, what if another virus appears and you take the blood? And but there are also other options. For example, red blood cells that are cleaned. So erythrocytory mass, or how is the name? Erythrocytes. So the red blood cells. But it seems that there is no other AIDS virus undetected.
Yeah, I've heard that there was a doctor that injected himself a blood of an AIDS patient,
Yeah.
and he didn't got infected. And this is the proof that you cannot get infected from a virus like that. AIDS, it's a fraud as well. And
So he didn't got infected.
yeah, he put the blood of AIDS patient
Uh-huh.
in his body. Injected.
There are some rare people who have a good immune system and don't get. This is another.
So even if, like, if I have a good immune system and I will
But
put,
not everyone, just some rare people.
I'm a rare person. I don't get sick. I was not sick like 15 years,
But this is.
and I don't get pills.
Anyhow, there isn't a vaccine against AIDS. That would be something.
Yeah, so you believe that there is AIDS?
In vaccines.
No, in general, this that there is HIV virus.
Well, there is, because it is detected. And there are people who take lots of pills in the infectionists, from the infectionists, doctors.
This cocktail.
Also, Queen, Freddie Mercury.
Yeah. I'm not sure about it. So
But that doesn't mean that there shouldn't be more studies. And there is maybe some politics in it to avoid relations, let's say. So you don't get AIDS. But also drug people, when they were hallucinating sometimes, or even if not hallucinating, sometimes they put the same syringe, the same needle from one to another, and they got sick.
maybe because of infection, that it's not clean. The needle is not clean, maybe.
Not just that, the fact that some had AIDS or hepatitis B or C or D.
D, C, I don't know.
And the other viruses, the yellow fever and the Zika and all kinds of viruses
So-
that are real or transmitted by mosquitoes.
So you are supporting all the vaccines that the medicine offers?
Well, I would like to support pills against, not so much vaccines, but also vaccines are the most effective ones,
But
like variola or varicella or.
I've heard that the doctors they are not.
There are
they
on
don't.
the internet social networks where they show children who could have avoided poliomyelitis and variola if their parents would have given them the vaccine. Because in Romania, the children vaccines are obligatory. But of course, from the psychological and psychiatric point of view, there are always the side effects, like any pills, especially the attention deficit disorder or mental retardation or infections in the brain. That some say that his child would have not paralyzed if he wouldn't have had a certain vaccine. So I saw on the internet that there are people who speak about these things.
Yeah, like for
It
example,
should be safe. So usually we learn that the safest vaccine is a killed virus that is introduced in the blood, and it triggers antibodies. But to put something that is a bit alive, not killed completely, or so if it is dead, that virus in a vaccine, it creates antibodies, but it doesn't infect the people.
but now this
And now there is this
mRNA,
DNA technology, RNA and DNA.
yes,
That is the multiplication. And I saw the disturbing videos at first that they are infecting and they are introduced into your DNA. But then I saw that it is not true, that it is not introduced into your DNA. So it is, the scientific point of view is that it is not interfering with your DNA or your kid's DNA.
but what do you say about graphene oxide?
About?
Graphene oxide, that this material that is in the vaccines and also in the tests. You know, have you heard about it?
Tests on animals or what?
The material graphene oxide.
No.
There are also some videos that's shown in the microscope what happened to the blood.
Yeah, I saw some
organs.
disturbing things.
That it's,
Sometimes that's why I had some hesitations.
that the blood becomes very
Even
thick.
from scientific people, from
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
They are being
I saw.
silent.
yeah,
Yeah, there is, you know, I don't know if here it was, maybe you've heard about doctors that were against this.
yes. I was watching during that time also the other side of the things. That's why I was hesitant.
And those doctors were, like, they fired them.
Even a doctor from France, I remember, he was talking about these things against the vaccine, and he had lots of arguments.
And what
Or a doctor from Romania who was treating the COVID patients with pills, the acetylcysteine, some mucolytics, and bromoxine, and she was taken off from the TV because she was talking too much. So it was.
she was taken off of the TV? What do you mean? They told her to go away in the middle of the
No,
interview?
not during the middle, but after that it was not.
No one called her again to make an
We
interview.
saw her on the internet. Even if she said that she cured COVID, it should have been the first each day because everyone was afraid, and still they were under this vaccine politics. So everything was very in a German style.
Yeah, very obey.
Yes,
Just-
obey or you are against our politics
or you are get fired. Obey
yeah,
or
or you
be fired.
are a bad doctor and you can be fired if you have these strange opinions.
Yeah, so it's
And we
just
saw the big pharma and who was that, and maybe the other side that even if it is not that necessary, the vaccine, at least if everybody buys it, the science will evolve from the money made by these vaccines.
so you said like the
This
science
was positive side of it, let's say.
that the science will have money to continue
Yes,
and
yes.
the researchers to make
But in
more
fact, it was
injections.
not like this because the money were probably taken to salaries or to it was not that much, or some persons took it in their accounts. So there was not so much. But probably there is some percentage also involved in the future of science. Not everything was lost, but with a price. Unfortunately,
And now
all because of these politics of China, Russia. Also, they're not completely democratic, and where we thought it was completely freedom and liberty in Europe, we saw that
it's
if
dictatorship.
you speak,
Wait, you said that everyone obeyed in the hospital, and even when they obeyed, it was still with fear. Like even if you didn't obey, that it didn't happen almost, right? Because
yeah, like,
everyone
at the flu
obeyed.
vaccine, they always say to say yes, and if you don't want to take it, somebody else will take the flu vaccine, maybe from somebody's family. So we signed more for the evolution of the vaccine makers in Bucharest.
You signed the vaccine makers.
We had an institute, Cantacuzino, that made the classical vaccines.
It's not like
And,
the Pfizer. You had
But after a time, because of Pfizer and all the other Novartis and all the others, the
yeah.
local vaccine makers were inefficient, not modernized. So the
So
private,
Pfizer took their money.
yeah, not the money, but the market.
The market, they
Yeah,
control
with the
them.
money too, in general.
Yes.
But we knew these Pfizer and everything because they produce lots of medications, not just vaccines. So all the conferences are also with the
Yeah,
publicity section where
but you probably
producer
that-
makes his publicity for each tablet or other way of therapy.
but
And it was only when we were residents, we saw that if we contradict them and if we say, is it really efficient, that new neuroleptic? It was not very appropriate to ask this.
yeah, just obey, don't
Yes,
ask questions.
obey and learn the milligrams and the.
But not what it contains. Each vaccine, not the ingredients that were in it, right? I've heard that you are not being taught
Yeah, once
what's
there was
inside.
also that there are some nano robots in the.
Yeah,
There was a theory in the vaccine.
but you
So
cannot
there
check
were some
it.
strange theories.
But how can you check these theories as doctors? Like, can you take it to a lab and check which ingredients are there?
Well, we trust it a bit because in the Pfizer there are also biologists and all the science people have faculties, universities. So they shouldn't have some bad politics against the human race. If
But-
they are doctors and biologists in those pharmaceuticals,
You know, so Mengele was a doctor, you know.
how?
Mengele
Mengele, yes,
was
he
also
was,
a doctor,
and he was,
right?
yes, I read a book.
Yeah.
Horrible.
But you also probably know that Pfizer had the highest amount of money that they paid about for how do you say it, consultation,
The highest market, yes, I know. The highest sales.
yeah,
Sales.
not sales, like people who got
Sales to the state.
hurt. They were hurt from their
Hurt.
products,
The
so they
side
paid.
effects.
Yeah,
the
they
bad side effects.
so they paid the most consultation. How do you call it?
So pay the money to the families that were hurt
Yeah,
by the
yeah, yeah.
vaccine.
In the highest amount in the
Uh-huh.
world. I
see.
think billions of euros. Yes.
Yeah, I heard during those times some, but usually
how can you count
news were
on it?
blocked easily.
Yeah, a lot of.
Especially on the social network, it was a certain type of news were
Allowed.
liked.
Yeah, a lot of.
Because the other side was so as a lie or a lie usually.
Fake news.
Yes, fake news.
Yeah, but they say about the truth that it's fake news, you know. It's like in the book 1984, you know, of George Orwell. Have you heard about it?
About?
The book 1984.
No.
I started reading it on my YouTube. You can see it on my life. It's talking about the dystopian world. That,
Dystopian.
Yeah, there is the big brother that, you know.
I saw this subject also in the letters university.
Yeah, so we are experiencing it nowadays, you know, slowly with all the cameras, like in China, and each camera.
Here is the big river Somesh. Somesh, and we are in the town Dej. There is the church, the old church in front.
And how they treat people who were the rebels, how they treat them, like people who didn't
They tried
want.
to be not so rebellious, but to say something, but not very loudly.
They said that they are
To
crazy.
see that maybe it is true, maybe it has some good effect to some people, that maybe it protects the older people, or maybe they don't die from COVID. This is the bridge.
The bridge, wow. Beautiful. Amazing. What is the name of the river?
Somesh.
Somesh River. Very nice. Very nice. So, and you need needed to put masks in the street.
What?
You needed to put a mask in the street,
Yes.
and you got fines if you didn't put.
For a few days, I think yes. I'm not sure for how long, but it was
Few days.
or a week or days. I don't remember, but I know that we had to put our masks even in Siget.
Hmm. And people got fines and they paid for it.
And then even if we didn't believe, we avoided each other. We were like in a theater, thinking, what if it is something? It was strange. And everybody was nervous. Why do you stay so close to me? Or something like that. So if they didn't knew each other, there was a mass idea.
Leave on a pot. Huh? Where are we?
Dej,
Dej.
or the town Dej. There is another town after that, Gerla, and then Cluj. Between Gerla and Cluj is Monsida.
In Israel, they said to people to put masks everywhere, outside, inside.
Yes,
People
to
got
us too.
fines, but not for a few days, for like a year and a half outside.
For a year and a half, but there was a few days or weeks where there was very, very restricted. So there were some loosened times when outside we didn't wear them, but inside the hospital for a year or two we always had our masks at the visit. But after the visit, when we entered quickly, we didn't put our masks sometimes. So when we were much more or staying longer, according to the even if nobody was having, at least it was something good, because before the COVID there were many deaths or pneumonias that arrived at the psychiatric unit, and the internal medicine or pneumologist didn't took them to their unit. So because of the test, at least they found out it is COVID, so it is no longer for psychiatry. They go to the infectionists or pneumologist. So we are happy that they will be treated well, because we gave them antibiotics when they had a pneumonia. Some were good, but some didn't make it. But also with alcohol, usually delirium from alcohol, or diabetes, or heart diseases, or atherosclerosis, or dementia, or now that they have, it is a good thing that there are tests. And before there were no tests, everybody didn't have technology. So it is good that technology evolved everywhere in the hospitals. And the flu tests, now if somebody has aches in the muscles or something like that, in the emergency they have a test
For flu.
and they can have a treatment afterwards more exactly. So they know that they have a flu virus, for example, much easily.
But how do you explain that in 2021 they said that there were 0 flu cases, when there was all the time they say corona, COVID, and all this year suddenly the flu disappeared. They said 0 flu cases, at least in Israel. I don't know how it was here. How can you explain it?
that, the flu and the corona, what was with flu and corona?
And then in 2021, they said that there were 0 flu cases.
Ah, well, maybe the coronavirus enhanced the antibodies of the people, and they were protected also against flu.
The vaccines of corona were
Yes, enhanced
protecting
the antibodies in general. They protected, or maybe the people were made more fire in the room, more heated rooms, or they wear more clothes.
תסתכלי בגוגל מפס. גוגל מפס. גוגל מפס. גוגל מפס.
Timișoara, Serbia. Banat. Oradea, Timișoara to Serbia. You go from Cluj to Timișoara? Well, there is also to Oradea from Cluj, or another way to Timișoara. So it is in the south west of Romania, the Banat region. It's the biggest city in the south west. Timișoara.
I don't know if you're writing comments because I don't see anything for like an hour. לא יודע, לפני יומיים. לפני. So nowadays, after 5 years almost after they started to inject to people this, you see the side effects, you see how the cancer rise,
Yes,
and
there was this
the heart stop, you know, people die all the time, young people
Yeah,
are
this
dying.
was a prediction
What?
because of the vaccine.
Yeah, so it's not vaccine, you know. I see that it's not really a vaccine, is something that helps you
Yes, nobody
stay
said that the
healthy.
vaccine is the cause. But it is true that I saw many people that had cancer. in
After
the
they did it.
2 years, from 2 years.
Yeah, like turbo cancer. They got it in the phase 4.
Yes, because I heard that theory that this is the scope to kill the population so that they have. But this was very strange
What?
because the biologists and doctors from those Pfizers and everywhere, they couldn't have had done something like that.
Why not?
So the news of the cancer can be twisted because cancer, there was always cancer, and now they can make statistics who was vaccinated and who was not, and what was the rate before. But this is on the infection list.
But they always say that there is no connection, you know? That people
But even
come.
if they say it is no connection, they can say in different statistics, in different conferences, how many people were vaccinated, or at the cancer conferences, how many were vaccinated, and what is the rate before the vaccination.
And it
And
rise.
even then, they can say that maybe they didn't move, they didn't make sports or an effort. They ate much more, or sweets, or something like that, and that's why cancer appeared, not
because of the injection. There is
Especially.
always another reason.
yeah.
But also sport, like people who make sport also died. A lot of soccer players and people with athletics died after very young people. How do you explain it? Like they say that people who took the injections cannot make high-level sport, like to really.
Yeah, I heard that they had a lowering of their performances.
Yes, because the heart cannot deal with all this pressure.
Yeah. So these fibrosis from the coronavirus, I don't know what to say about the vaccine. But the vaccine should protect, not lower the.
They said it's because of the injections that they cannot make a high rate.
Because before the vaccinations, there were sometimes the injections with stem cells in different illnesses, including attention deficit disorders, or there is also the future idea for chromosomal genetic illnesses to give some injections with genes to transform the organism from a defective gene or chromosomes, like in Down syndrome, with 21 the pair of chromosomes that has an arm, a lack of an arm, or 0x6 or x6y defective things. So the gene therapy is another field.
The gene therapy.
Or the creation of organs, like pancreas. You don't have diabetes if you create pancreas from your own cells.
Pancreas?
Pancreas with beta cells, insulin. Below the liver, there is the pancreas, pancreatitis.
I need to see how on Google Translate. Below the liver, ממש מתחת לכבד.
Pancreas.
מעיים. The thin one and the big one.
תחילת המאבקסים. זה אותו סרטן, אפנדיקס. התחלת המאבקסים, בסוף המאבקסים. מתחילים המאבקסים.
So the liver and the pancreas creates this is the pancreas, the duoden, and this is the pancreas, the spleen, and it creates a liquid to digest the food, but the pancreas also secretes the insulin against diabetes. And alcoholics usually destroy their liver and their pancreas and have diabetes, and maybe many people drank during the.
Of course, they
And
put
these
them at
shops
home.
with lots of types of alcohol everywhere, wine, whiskey, vodka.
They made parties in Israel, vaccination parties, and they bought shots of alcohol for people who will do the vaccine. So logic, yes. Yes, and alcohol selling rised in the COVID period. People were stuck at home, and all they did
Yes,
was
but
to
also
drink.
the people that sell drugs, they say, why do you have to go to a psychiatrist when I can give you something against depression? Or their motivation is that instead of killing himself, he took some drugs and he got out of the depression. But because of the hallucinations, where they can see different things, even demons in other persons, or they can get hit by a car if they don't care, if they are drunk or drugged, or they attack girls or children. They don't know they are children if they are drugged or intoxicated, or at home push another person or even kill. So the trouble of behavior, but especially the hallucinations that are everywhere in each, including the marijuana. There are hallucinations, and hallucinations are not normal. But like you said, it is very hard to convince them just like that. You tell them that the drug has hallucinations, and that's why it's not good. I don't think it would be a good line
Usually people
to convince them.
No, I mean like people.
There is needed, like you said, lots of therapy, psychotherapy, with different lessons and repeated. Because if you tell them in questionnaires, there are many questionnaires, psychological ones. Do you think you are a normal drinker? How many drinks you have in one day? Would you drink at home or in a restaurant? So many types of. Will you renounce to the? Did you went to a psychiatry or did you appeal to the Alcoholics Anonymous? So usually 45 minutes it takes me to read a translation from Canadian Romania, translated the questionnaires for each illness, but also for alcoholism.
45 minutes.
We are in Gerla, the prison, hospital prison.
Hospital prison.
Near there was on the right where the cemetery was, the building.
I didn't see. My eyes are stuck with the graves.
I think we are in Gerla.
Well.
Yes, we are in Gerla. So Gerla is renowned for the prison.
Yeah.
But I think the Desh has a hospital prison, and Gerla has a prison, just a prison.
There's a break. So, where were we?
And instead, the politician, instead of speaking about languages, Russian, Ukrainian language, Hebrew, Arabic, they talk about something else.
Yes.
What? No, it's Kerala, a town. And after this town is Cluj. instead of speaking about Romanization of Chinese, of Hebrew, of Arabic, to write with Latin letters, they never speak about these things, the politicians. They speak about wars.
Yeah, wars brings more money.
But there is also a defect that North Korea and China don't have a democracy. So if some democratic people would win the elections in those countries, after that the former leaders like Kim Jong-un or Putin would be put to prison. So getting a democracy without a battle, it's almost impossible unless, like in Poland, they made a declaration to forgive the regime, which is kind of hard to think that there would be a Russian president, democratic, or a North Korean, and Kim Jong-un and Putin would continue their normal lives in the country. But like this, there would be no war, I suppose.
And there will always be a war. War brings money.
Yes, in history we see that there are always wars and battles.
Of course, because wars keep the people in fear, and when people are afraid, it's more easy to control them. So there always must be a way to maintain the fear with people. So there will be, they will not understand that they have the power. And also the elections, it's a fraud, you know. You don't really choose who will control you. Like, you don't really choose. לא יודעת.
That was the Greek Catholic Church.
This the Greek Catholic Church?
Greek Catholic, so it is not from
My
Greece,
father
but it
is Greek. My father was born in Athens.
Greek?
Yeah.
So Greek Catholics are Orthodox that in 1700 reunited with the Catholics. They maintained the liturgy like at the Orthodox, but they are with the Pope. They have cardinals, so only in Transylvania they are the Greek Catholics.
Really? Only in Transylvania?
And Ukraine. And
Yeah, we were in Ukraine in a Greek church, Orthodox church.
So there is the Orthodox and the Greek Catholics, which are in fact Orthodox that reunited with the Catholics. It is the only religion that reunited with the Catholics. The other ones, Reformed or Adventists or Jehovah or Baptists or any neo-Protestant, none of them reunited.
Just the Greeks.
Just the Orthodox,
Catholic Greeks.
a part of the Orthodox, because during those times in the 1700s, there was the Hungarian Empire, and the Romanians tried to somehow have more rights, because the Orthodox in Transylvania, which was in Hungary, were not very well seen. And like this, because Hungary had the Latin alphabet, when Transylvania united with Moldova and Wallachia, Țara Românească from the south, so the three regions, in the Cyrillic Russian alphabet. So Romanian was written with the Cyrillic alphabet. And from 1850 or something, and especially from 1918, with the Royal Romanian family, Sigmaringen Hohenzollern, which has a queen in Bucharest, Margareta,
Margareta.
the daughter of Michael Mihai, the King Mihai.
Mihai, I know DJ Mihai, Romanian DJ Mihai.
So King Michael, who died a few years ago with his wife from France. During
Mihai
the
is Michael?
communist regime, they lived in Switzerland. And after the revolution, Iliescu didn't let them at first, but after 10 years they let them with Constantinescu. And they have a royal house in Bucharest and in Timiș. There is a summer house. Like the electric castle is
שאל אותו איך קוראים לו. שאל אותו איך קוראים לו קודם. אני לא יודעת. תסביר לו משהו.
we had the name Zipora also in Siget with Hungarian origins. Ziporo. Because many Jew people were Hungarians in Siget. Bodor. Cristian.
What's your name?
Bodor.
Bodo?
Bodor.
Bodor. Nice to meet you, Bodor.
The baptism name. It means curly, so it is a Hungarian name. My father was Hungarian, but my mother knew Hungarian, but she's Romanian with Polish ancestry. But I was not raised in my paternal family, so I don't know Hungarian. Just
Curly
some
like
words.
this? Curly?
Curly, yes. But also in Romanian, odor means baby. Odor, just.
In Romania?
In Romanian, yes.
So like here, if you call it, people call it like baby, they call it baby.
No, because it is odor, odor. Odor, odor is a baby, but it is not, it is very well known, the word, but we usually say copil, not odor, odor.
Copil.
We say copil, child,
Okay.
prung, so many synonyms. So odor is a synonym.
You know, yesterday I taught people Romania a bit. Words that I wrote like da, nu,
Da, da, yes, no, no.
mulțumesc, nu.
It's da and no is in Jewish.
Da is can. In Hebrew,
see the. Now we are in Cluj, but after
so
a
you
few
go to the
times.
festival.
Yeah.
Soon. So, yes, do you want to tell anything else before you go out?
Thank you very much for talking. I saw the page.
Monowords.
I
Monowords. How do you say in Romania?
What?
Thank you. How do you say?
Mulțumesc.
Mulțumesc. Mulțumesc. Yeah, there's the.
It was very, very nice. I usually, usually when we go in a trip, we just stay in the bus, on the seat, on the festival. I just look at the, and nothing happens in a discussion. So discussions are very, very rare.
It's very important to discuss things that are happening in the world.
Yeah, yeah. But usually because we are on chairs and everybody's with his thing, even if we would like to talk to everybody, we just don't.
I don't see. Yes.
But because of the taxi and the luggages and an adventure, it was really, really interesting and nice.
And the live here with all the view.
Especially this working thing, staying all the time on the working place and never having a vacation, a long vacation. We realized that they don't give us enough vacation, and we get older if we get.
And then you don't have the power to go to a vacation.
Exactly.
This is why
Or
I
even
treat
the creation
life.
of the family. Some people remain like me without nothing. Just theory and festivals and
Maybe you will
some
find
people have kids and husbands and
maybe you will find a nice woman in festival now. You don't know.
well, I was many times, but usually I just listened and we look at each other, all the people, and that's it. When people are more in a group, maybe they talk immediately one with another. But when you are single, alone, usually you don't have contact with anybody, even if you are in the biggest crowd.
Yeah, but it also depends on you, and you can come and start a conversation.
Yeah, but it's very hard. It's very hard to start a conversation. There are the internet things. I think many people from 2003, 2000 especially, are always on the internet.
Yes.
And now with the phones all the time, we usually don't talk. We want to see which is the page of the person, and after that maybe to know everything about the person. Maybe we will talk to them or something like that. But usually,
So maybe
if you only see him once, you don't know which is his page. Or many people don't give likes to the pages of the different festivals, so you never find out who was that.
Yeah, so maybe you can make stickers like I do and give it to people.
Yeah, exactly.
Let them stick it on their phones. Or make lives like I started doing lives now in the roads yesterday, because I'm really hypnotized from these views. And now I'm not in the phone, we are in conversation, and the phone is working, and also other people can benefit from our conversation and can learn new things. If you want, you can also say hello to the people and film you.
Yeah, I think they heard. If they heard, because I was speaking like nobody hears anything.
Yes. Of course they heard, but I don't know. I don't see the comments. There are not many people.
Can you see how many viewers you have?
At the end, I will see.
At the end.
Probably be a few hundreds.
Yes? Wow.
Yeah,
And they
Usually
really
I
hear
have
what we are talking.
thousands. Yes, they hear. At the beginning I told you, they thought someone wrote it, what, you're Australian.
I stream, but usually on Facebook, and I don't see anybody. But after in Facebook now there is this restriction
Why?
of I don't know where we are. So the lives are erased in Facebook after 1 month.
Yeah, it's a new.
So I stopped doing lives, and on YouTube you have to have a certain number of followers or something in order to make a live.
You can
So I didn't make a live.
And on Instagram.
Only before that rule.
And on Instagram you can do lives always, or you need also.
On Instagram I didn't try that much. Just entering but not doing.
Yeah, I did dozens of lives on Facebook with demonstrations. I do from the first lockdown demonstrations of happiness and unity and hope and love and the freedom to breathe and dance. I did a dozen of it, and I need to download it or they will delete it for good. So I need to check how I can
To make videos.
from 2019.
I'm going.
You go, you want to say
wheel of big thing.
you go, you want to say
wheel of big
say
wheel.
goodbye to the people? Say
Wheel.
goodbye to the people?
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
okay, so this was the
There is time. There is a bus.
okay, enjoy. Bye. It's going to a festival here. Electric Castle. Once in a it's like Justin Timberlake performed yesterday. And okay, okay. No, it's okay. So, let's see now. I think we arrived to Cluj. Sky Airport Hotel. Yes, it's Cluj International Airport. So, yes, I think we'll end the live. I hope you enjoyed the views and you heard the interesting conversation that I had with the what's his name? Bono? No. I will check it out after. And I hope that you found the conversation interesting and important. If you didn't understand, it was really clear. He's a psychiatrist in Romania, and I was talking with him about the COVID injections in particular. I wanted to know more about how it was here with all the restrictions and coughing. I hope everything is okay. And yes, so I wish you all lots of health, happiness, and ending, not only on your birthday. I wish it every day. And don't forget to subscribe with the bell. Ravit Levi meditation dance on YouTube, which divided into genres and more under playlists. And there is also Facebook with the same name, and you have the Instagram and TikTok, ravit.md, raveit.md. So until next time, I think this is it. Let's see, wait a second. Google Maps. Yes, we are in Cluj. Let's see Cluj. Last time I closed the live in Bayama, and it was more beautiful afterwards. Let you see, maybe until the end, the right. that you want to see.